Some of my friends don't want to be on the internet, and I totally respect that, and sometimes I wonder why I'm on the internet. But then when I think about it, I feel like I haven't shared too much personal information. I feel like I mostly talk about ideas and concepts and stuff, and that's somehow safer and also what I'm interested in talking about. I guess a little life update with some personal stuff is that I had a baby and he's a year and a half old. And I feel like for a while, do you know Maslow's hierarchy of needs? It looks like this. So I feel like it, for mothers, a lot of times, as soon as you become a mother for the first time, you jump down wherever you were, even self-actualization, if you happen to reach it up to the tippy top. You go straight down to the bottom, basic needs, survival. It's like survival mode, and you're just trying to make sure you get enough sleep and that you eat, and that can be very jarring, I think, to drop so far down, and without really much of a clue to how it's going to be. I think some people might try and warn you or whatever, but if you have high expectations, then it's even a bigger drop because you didn't expect to be in that mode. Then your priorities are totally shifted, so now you're just surviving. So for off and on for the first year of my son's life, I was in survival mode and just trying to make it through, and and keep him alive. Like, that was my primary goal, and so far such a success. He is thriving and alive and well. He's sleeping right now. I've noticed that no matter what, humans find problems. There's that negativity bias where you see what you don't have unless you consciously practice gratitude, which does help. But like, you can look at the Kardashians and think like, what do they have to complain about? Well, where are they on that pyramid? if we're going by that system. There's so many systems we can go by, but all in all, people are gonna find what they don't have, or they're gonna find problems unless they're like very zen and able to. Even then, you're gonna have problems. But like, if you're in a very mindful place most of the times, maybe the problems won't be as big. Another fun little chart I'll put is the windows of tolerance. It's like how much you can tolerate before you are escalated emotionally, like ticked off or anxious or overwhelmed, or dropped down to like numbing and like defeated and shutting down. The more mindful exercises you do or therapy you do, the wider your window can be, so you might be more steady Freddy instead of like getting your nervous system all triggered. So there is a possibility to go through life a little bit more at ease, but I think, yeah, still there are things that are going to affect us. No matter where you're at, you got problems. You got 99 maybe, but like, people telling the other person that your problems don't matter, that's not going to help. So validating one another's problems, that's where it's at. Like, oh, that must be really hard for you. And the more we do that, the less terrifying the problems seem. The smaller the problem is. Oh, you can manage this. They see me. A lot of it's like connection. You don't have to do anything, you just listen and validate. Sometimes it's hard to understand someone else's situation when they seem super like they got everything together. But I think on the outside, everyone seems like they have everything together, but we all have one thing in common, at least, which is that we're human. We're persons, people persons. Not all of us. Some of us are definitely spider people. So all in all, validating one another is where it's at. And that's the tricky thing with motherhood, is a lot of times people will say like, just you wait, it gets harder, you know, when you're pregnant and you're aching, instead of saying like, oh, that hurts. It's like, just you wait till they come out and you never sleep. And so that doesn't feel good. You want people to meet you where you are. I say all this, but I get really frustrated when certain people try and complain about the same thing and never change it, because there's like the growth mindset and then there's the fixed mindset, and a growth mindset wants to grow and be better and is open to change and to making themselves a stronger, more empathetic, whatever person. The fixed mindset is like, this is the way it is, this is how it's gonna be, and I'm fine with it, so peace out. So if the fixed mindset person is complaining to someone with growth mindset, I think it's really hard for the mindset person to just sit and listen all the time, because it's like, you can change that though. Like, sometimes it's a matter of perspective and sometimes it's a matter of doing something. All these noises are happening and I think my son just woke up, so I gotta skedaddle. I think it's just like very human that when you watch yourself back, you notice flaws or what you perceive as flaws like that. Now we're in this corner of the room. Here are my goals. I'm going to try to have different backdrops because I have a house and I think I could just find many different corners. Are you serious, fridge? Fridge. No, no, no. There are struggles, but overall it's more manageable, and I'm a little bit more up Maslow's hierarchy and able to try. I don't know where I am right now, probably self-esteem. I feel like I'm a middle schooler again. So, can I sit at your table? What do you think of these glasses? These are new, and the problem is that they fall down my head. Like, they go like this. Okay, that's the problem. That's my problem. Now validate me. Please say, oh no, you and your poor glasses. My personal life, I'll talk about it right now. Not in detail, but as you see, maybe, I don't know if it's in the frame, but I have lots of toys on the ground. I just love playing with my toys, and I just have trouble putting them away. Yeah, they're toys that range from like 6 months up, and I'm definitely older than 6 months. And it doesn't have instructions on there for putting them away, so I just play with them, and it's fun. All right, well, thanks for being here.